Do you think you have enough free time in your life? I want to know. Tell me right now. In fact, there's a poll right here. Just vote yes or no. Do you have enough free time? I want to know. Today's video is going to be all about why free time is so important and maybe a few things that you can do to get some more of it. So one thing I notice these days whenever I talk to people for the first time, or people I haven't seen in a little while, and I ask them how it's going, they say, oh, it's good, and they just say, it's good, but I'm busy. And good but busy means to me, like, that sounds pretty fucking miserable. Like, I'm thinking to myself when people say that, the busier you are, I mean, that might be good, like you might be making some extra money or things like that, and the work life is going good, but that also means to me that's a big signal that your personal life is not going so good, because at the end of the day, there's only one thing in this world that we cannot buy or get any more of, and that is time. And free time to me is the most valuable possession that I could possibly have. More valuable than money or anything else. So time is where it's at. So one reason why free time is so important to me is because I enjoy doing a lot of things, like making these videos. I like playing this guitar. I like playing some video games. I like sleeping in. I like going to the beach. I like going for walks on the boardwalk at nighttime. If I didn't have free time, I wouldn't be able to do any of that stuff. And if I was always working or constantly like weighed down with a bunch of external obligations, I would be super miserable. And I can't imagine how some people can go through life like this and just feel normal or okay about it. Because the fact is, it's not normal and it's not okay. Because if you feel weighed down by a bunch of things that you have to do and you're not really doing things that you want to do, then you need to check out this video here, because it's all about following your intuition. And part of following your intuition is just going with your gut and doing things in life that you really feel like you want to be doing, and not necessarily doing all the things that you feel like you need to do. So I'm not going to jump too much into that, because that video is all about that. So if you're interested in that topic, be sure to check it out. Free time is just something that cannot be bought. It has to be something that you build into your own schedule and you make it a priority in life. Because if you don't, and you just give away your time like it's free and it means nothing, then pretty soon you're going to run out of it and you're going to feel like you don't have any time, which happens to a lot of people. So what are some things that you can do to get some more free time in your life? Well, this is what I suggest. I suggest that you get out a piece of paper and a pen, or just open the Notes app on your phone and just write down a few things that you wish you could do every day, or at least a few times a week, that right now you don't have enough time to do. And make sure they're things that you really feel like you want to do, and you're always feeling like, oh man, I wish I had time to do that. If that's the kind of feeling you have about this thing, whatever it is, put it on that list. And then you need to look at that list every single day. Check that list out. What does that say? It says, oh, I really wish I learned how to play guitar this week, or I wish I would have learned that new song, but I just didn't have time. Then that's already going to be a signal to your brain, like, wait a minute, I really don't have enough time. I don't have free time to do things I want to do in life. I'm spending all this time doing things I have to do instead of things I want to do. So let's take a step back and figure out what I can do to regain some of that time. So once you've already figured out what you want to be doing in your free time, now you're going to have like more of an inspiration to actually gain some of that time back. Now that you have this list and the motivation to actually get some of your time back, you need to like tally up what's happening in your whole day. From the moment you wake up until the moment you go to bed, just keep a journal for a couple days. Write down all the things you did that day. I'm talking from the moment you wake up. What do you do next? Do you brush your teeth? Do you eat breakfast? How long does it take? You drive to work next. You stay at work for how many hours? What do you do after work when you come home? How much time do you spend scrolling on your phone? All those kinds of things. Write it all down, journal it for a couple days, and find out where you're spending the bulk of your time and where you could kind of cut out some of the time. A lot like if you were going to do a financial budget, but this time it's going to be about a time budget. And remember, time is a lot more valuable than money, so this is even more important, arguably, than doing a financial budget for your house, which I still think is important, but let's get to this one first. So most people, after writing down where they're wasting their time and they figured out, like, where am I wasting the most time, they're going to be able to figure out a few things that they're going to be able to cut away from their day or realize, hey, I'm spending an hour a day just scrolling Instagram or Facebook. And if you're doing that, is that really adding value to your life? Are you liking that? Or are you just getting trapped in that and the time just disappears and you don't realize it's been an hour? If that's the case, then you need to start setting some limits for yourself and start realizing this is happening. You know, awareness is going to be the first step in regaining some of that time. So once you're aware of it and you have the motivation to get some of it back, it's going to make it that much easier to start getting your time back. Another thing you can do is just put in the comments below. I want to hear the comments about some things that you wish you had the free time to do, but you're just not making it a priority and you're not making room for it in your life. Put it in the comments. I want to hear about it. And just by you doing that, you're putting it out there, you're putting it open into the world, and you're saying, hey, I don't have time to do this, and you're telling everybody else that, and subconsciously, now you're going to start making time for that because you've already told everyone else, hey, I don't have time for this. And the side of you that wants to like prove everybody wrong is going to be the side of you that comes out to ultimately make time for that. If you had a good time hanging out with me, make sure you check out more of my videos right here, and I will see you guys in the next video.